France is burning and the media is not showing it to you. Basically, there's been a protest of French President Emmanuel Macron for the last 2 years, the Yellow Vest protest, yet the media refuses to cover it because Macron is a neoliberal, just like the corporate media is. They're promoting neoliberalism. And that's the reason why they're not covering the France protest right now, because what's happening is actually quite major. And consequence of Brexit. Basically, Brexit is the first step of the populist movement moving across the West. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was Brexit, then it was Trump, then there's a populist leader in the Philippines, Italy. I think there's still Salvini's still the head of Italy, or he's making a comeback. There's a populist leader in Brazil, Bolsonaro. Like, populism is moving all across the world, basically. You know what I'm saying? Basically, the people are rejecting neoliberalism, but France, which also had a populist in the, I think it was the 2017 election, Marine Le Pen. She was quite close to Hitler, actually. She was actually like Le Pen was quite more left-wing economically than Macron was. Macron is your standard Obama-type neoliberal, like you see in this article here. Like, he murdered a few words that revealed his mindset about neoliberalism. Like, basically saying a lot of pretty words that don't mean nothing. I mean, like, you can hear Obama make the same speech, you can hear Biden make the same speech, you can hear Hillary Clinton make the same speech, and you hear Mayor Pete Buttigieg make the same speech. Like, we live in one of the world's greatest economies. Infrastructures are the best in the world. We pay little or nothing towards children's education. The healthcare costs some of the lowest in any developed country. Gives access to some of the best doctors. Plain old neoliberalism. Basically, I agree with him about the medical care and all that, but yeah, it's very neoliberal. And the working millions are very angry about Macron's taxes, and they've been angry about Macron's taxes for the last 2 years. Yet Macron has done very little to fix the problem. Like, he basically scrapped the wealth levy and everything except property assets, like cutting taxes on the rich by 70%. And his popularity level is way lower than Trump's. I mean, imagine if Macron had, I mean, imagine if what's happening in the U.S. is happening in France right now. It would be like a major story on like MSNBC, CNN. You're gonna hear it all over Washington Post, all over the New York Times. It'll be major, but since Macron is one of them, they're not covering it. It's very clear. It's very clear corporate media is promoting a neoliberal vision. It's not a left vision. It's not a conservative right vision. It's a neoliberal vision. It's not really like, it doesn't have much in common to do with real leftism, you know what I'm saying? Or even like social democracy, anything like that. It's just plain old neoliberal economics, which has been a thing since Ronald Reagan. And basically, the Yellow Vest, or you can't really say they're really left or right. They're just really populists going against the 1%. I mean, that's basically what it is. Populism fighting off, protesting neoliberalism. Like, look at this. These are the people protests. It's not like the U.S. where you see, like, rich white liberals who are pissed off that Hillary Clinton lost. I mean, if you see like the resistance protests, mainly middle class white people. That's mainly what it is. Here, it's more diverse. It's basically people of all classes protesting Macron. And even having the firefighters turn against him. when you lose support of every single institution, you know the guy is done. I mean, he's still lucky he isn't dragged out of office right now. You know what I'm saying? Because remember the French Revolution in the 1790s? They basically just ripped up the whole parliament system. Ooh, that could be what happening right now. Look at this police brutality, man. And the media's not covering this shit. Look at that. It reminds me of Standing Rock and Occupy Wall Street. Like, this police just beating the shit out of protesters.
Allez-y les gars, c'est bien, frappez, frappez. Vas-y, mais frappe. Allez, viens frapper, viens.
Yeah, it's sad. Look at this shit, man. Look at this. I mean, imagine if this was like American police doing this shit right now. It'll be saying like, I mean, it'd be like, oh my God, we're living in a fascist police state. But I mean, it's really going on in France. Yet the mainstream media is like turning their heads away from me because Macron's one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a Rothschild banker. He's really, I mean, Obama endorsed this guy. I mean, he's really connected with neoliberals. I mean, him and Trudeau are the last of like neoliberal leadership. And basically, neoliberals don't want to accept that the folks don't want their shit anymore. They don't want their policies anymore. So basically, like, the people are just basically revolting against it. And I mean, as you see across the world, like in Chile and Chile and Ecuador, I mean, in South America, they're even protesting neoliberalism. I mean, yeah. And basically, the Democrats are still trying to keep neoliberalism alive by, you know what I'm saying, by shielding Joe Biden and Pete Buttigieg. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're trying to shield them away from the populist revolt. You know, yeah, but the thing is, like, most people aren't really taking the media seriously anymore. Look at that. Tear gas, arrest. He's having protests every single day for the last 2 years. And I mean, I see at least the Guardian is waking up, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're a mainstream British newspaper, but man, it's like, it's a wrap for, I mean, it's close to the end for Macron, y'all. Look at that. He was rushed out of the theater after protesting. It's a wrap for Macron, y'all. They want to drag his ass. They want to drag his ass and like guillotine him, you know what I'm saying? They want to drag him and like just throw him out of power. So this next fresh election is going to be big, man. I for sure think a populist is going to win. I mean, just look at the overall anger at Macron right now in France. I mean, he's done. He's basically done. And after he's gone out of power, the last neoliberal leader that's going to be left is Justin Trudeau. That's basically it for neoliberalism in the Western world, because populism basically just taking over now. So if you like what I'm saying, follow me, JohnClem310 on Twitter. Subscribe to my channel and please share my video, because the mainstream media doesn't want folks to hear a black libertarian from California. I mean, please help me out here. All right. Peace out.